Welcome to Larry the Alchemist, where we discuss all things heavy metal and hard rock. And welcome to another Sabbath Sunday, a Christmas Sabbath Sunday. We're actually recording this in advance, and I believe Christmas lands on a Sunday. So if it does, we're going to put this on a Sunday morning for you. And the topic of this video is what would be when Santa comes down the chimney and he's laying all those presents underneath our trees. What would be that one Black Sabbath present that we would want Santa Claus to leave us? So Darren, what's I'm sure you've been a good boy this year. So what's when you sat on Santa's lap at the mall, what Black Sabbath thing did you ask him for?
I asked him for the Tony Martin box set. I said, let's get the show on the road. Let's get this thing out once and for all. And he didn't confirm that it was going to be something I could count on, but I'm holding out hope. No, actually, that is my dream right now. I mean, as much as I'd love to, box set, another Sabbath box set is what I want. I either want Master of Reality, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, or the Tony Martin box set. And right now, I'm into the Tony Martin box set. I want to hear, I want to have Tear. I don't have Tear. I want Cross Purposes. I mean, I have it on CD. I want it on vinyl. I want Cross Purposes on vinyl. I want this box set. I want some bonus tracks. I want some live stuff. I want a really nice package. I want a really nice chronicle of the Tony Martin era of Black Sabbath. That's my Christmas wish.
Is that too much to ask for, Santa? I don't know if the power of Kris Kringle can even he pull this off.
It's a long shot, but
this Tony Martin these Tony Martin albums, man, I'm going to believe it when I see it under my tree, because there's talk about it happening, but we've been burnt on this one so many times that I hate to get but all right, that's a great one. That's a great one. For me, I want Santa Claus to leave the Never Say Die box set. And I want that box set to have in it, I want it to have the album remastered. I want a Steve Wilson remix of it.
Okay.
I want an album of studio outtakes. This is going to be the biggest of the box sets. They surprised us, and Never Say Die is the biggest. So I've got the remaster, Steve Wilson remix, some outtakes. I want some of the original stuff that they were working on with Dave Walker.
I knew you were going to say that.
That Ozzy didn't want to sing the vocals on. To our surprise, we're going to find out that they actually went into the studio and they still have that stuff. All right. So that's going to be a total surprise. Also, on side B of that album can be some of the stuff they started working on after Never Say Die. These rumors of them working on like Children of the Sea and stuff. So that'll tie into the Never Say Die. I also want to show, but I don't want it to be the video, the Never Say Die video show. I want there to be some long lost radio broadcasts from early in the tour when they were playing lots of stuff from the album, when Ozzy's voice was still really fresh. I want that. And maybe as a bonus too, they can throw in a DVD of the live show. I know I'm asking for a lot, but I just think a box set of Never Say Die with a well done remix from Steve Wilson will shed some new light on this album. I know it's sort of a cult favorite. We did a whole Sabbath Sunday episode with John McEntee on defending Never Say Die, and Stephen Keeler was with us too on that.
Right. That's right.
So we've discussed that album many times, and are these box sets going to happen? At this point, it sure feels like it isn't. But if I could ask the power of Santa Claus to make it happen, that's the one that I would just really like to have, because I think there could be some interesting things around that record. I think a remix of that album could really bring some stuff out from that. And that's all I want, Santa. Is that too much to ask for?
Yeah, that would probably be last on my list of potential box sets. And I agree. I mean, that would be really cool. It would be really cool to have for a remix, though, I don't know. I mean, it's not sure how much better you can make that sound. I mean, it's a good production quality. So that wouldn't be too high of a priority in the Never Say Die box set for me. But of course, It's a prerequisite. You have to have a remix and at least a remaster. But yeah, I mean, you hit on something. I would love to hear the Dave Walker sessions. I would love to hear those songs, what Dave Walker, what his ideas were with the melody lines. I think that would be really cool. There's no way that would see the light of day, though. Not under the name Black Sabbath. I mean, that has a complete lockdown with the Ozzy organization. I mean, it would only contain Ozzy related content, I'm sure. But if you're going to use our imaginations, that would be great. And like you said, the early versions of like Children of the Sea, wasn't that one? Heaven and Hell. Yeah, I'd love to hear that stuff. That'd be great. And have Steven Wilson mix those, make a decent sound quality on those recordings. That would be great. It would be fantastic. But again, the thing as a whole would probably be last on my list of potential box sets I'm looking forward to. I'm really stuck on this Tony Martin thing. I really want Cross Purposes properly on vinyl. I want to see this stuff. I don't necessarily need it remixed. Forbidden, if that's going to be included, that should be remixed. And I'm thinking that was one of the things that Tony was having done or was doing, and potentially what could be holding up the box set. But I would just love to have the studio albums in one nice box set. I'd love to have some live stuff because I think Tony Martin sounded great live, especially around 1990.
Oh yeah.
Well, those shows were great. I mean, his voice sounds good on the albums from that era, but live, I mean, he really brought it.
Yeah.
And I think it would really do his legacy in Sabbath a great service to have some of that live stuff. Just a live album of random shows, just in chronological order, And show how well that Tony could sing some of the Ozzy era stuff. That's one of the great things, and we've talked about this several times. One of the great things about Tony Martin in his time in Sabbath was that he could not only handle very well the Ozzy era, but also Dio, and he could support the albums that they were touring for. So if you ever had the opportunity to see Tony Martin live fronting Sabbath, it was a great show. You may not be crazy about the studio albums, but when you saw Tony live with Sabbath, you were sure to get a great set that comprised it was a career spanning live set, and I really appreciated that about the Tony Martin era. So it'd be good to have a live album that kind of exemplified that. Whether they'll do that or not, I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see.
All right. Yep. All right. Well, there you go. There's our Christmas wish. I hope everybody out there had a good Christmas, and I hope that you got some things that you wanted, some metal related things, maybe some Black Sabbath related things. Let us know in the comments down below what would be your one Christmas Black Sabbath Christmas Santa Claus wish. Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you check out our podcast, and we will see you at the next Sabbath Sunday.